Hey there, guys. I'm just putting together tonight's devotional, and I decided I was going to call it the end of a unique school year as we write the newest chapter in history through the global pandemic. Anyway, I just kind of was thinking back on the last year or so we've had and the fact I'm at the end of the school year. So that's the background behind this devotional. As I was thinking about the devotional for this week, I thought about the end of the school year, what a year it's been for everyone. Not just the teachers and students, but it was also families and friends and churches and community places. Everybody's been involved with this, affected somehow with the year that we've had. In keeping with my theme on school and stuff like that, I was looking for devotionals that tied in to the end of the school year. And some of the verses I'm pulling out tonight came out of this one devotional I found. Remember how the Lord your God led you all the way in the wilderness these 40 years to humble and test you in order to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commands. Deuteronomy 8:2. Wow. It does feel like we've been through the wilderness this past year. It seems almost like it was 40 years long. We've missed the closeness of friends and family as teachers, students, sports, musicals, concerts, and so on. Just the everyday life, graduations, proms, things like that for the high school students, beginning of kindergarten for the little kids, just the wide changes of things we missed this year just due to the pandemic. This year truly has been anything but normal. As you can see, the desks in my classroom, I normally have kids working in groups at computers, and they're usually at tables, not in straight little desks with tape marks on the floor facing one direction and spaced out distance. So as I thought about it, after being sent home March 12th, 2020, as the world began to shut down, as COVID began to take over, my world of teaching from my classroom was completely thrown upside down. I began teaching from my bedroom. All the classes and meetings were online. Most of my students didn't even participate. I will say, however, I had the best view I've had in 4 years. It could have been very easy to feel like I was stuck in a valley with no way out. No students, no coworkers, no friends, no fill in the blank. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. Philippians 4:8. It can be so easy to dwell in the negative. Summer 2020 was like no other that I've known. Great recipe for negative. We couldn't travel as normal or hug family and friends. We couldn't have small church, things like that. We just were relatively isolated. Summer soon ended and school began. Well, any thoughts of being normal were dashed real quickly as the sun set quickly on any thoughts of a normal school year. I began teaching from an empty classroom, students on Zoom, still trying to be normal. As the school year continued, we began to see the return of students in a hybrid manner. Half of my students in class sitting 6 feet apart, facing forward. The rest were on Zoom. They weren't really participating. Some were, some weren't. A lot of black screens. That's kind of how it went. That's how everything in our lives go. We've all become experts at Zoom. As this year has trudged on, we are seeing positive changes. Yes, school is different. Kids do still sit in each of these chairs at lunch, but they can turn and talk to each other now. We're bringing more students into the school. Just this week, they added several kids to come 4 days a week, which is exciting. I just wish it was earlier in the year. I'm fully vaccinated. I have students that are halfway to being vaccinated already. So those are pluses. We can meet now as a small church. We can go to a restaurant and eat dinner. Life is semi-returning to normal, which is good. Yes, it is the year that was flipped upside down. which is rapidly coming to a close. Plans to make a new start fall are on the horizon. Even though it seems like we've been isolated for 40 years, wandering alone in the desert, we need to remember to wait upon the Lord. This is nice. I was able to finally go to church again a few weeks ago, and just being able to see the worship team throughout the worship time as we are able to worship God in our new church building, which is really an awesome feeling. This is one of my favorite verses. I would actually sing this when I ran races. Well, I didn't sing it out loud. I kind of sang it in my head. But yeah. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up on wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40:31.